Standard 6 is hectic, man. Hi, my name is Glen Simpson. I'm in Standard 6B, and apparently, according to this oversized name badge, I'm a baby dingleberry. Oh yes, and I have to introduce you to Paul, my pet rock. Audience, Paul, audience. He's a stone with very few words. Oh well. But dudes, I have a lanky story to tell you tonight. So join me as I talk to you about what it's like to be in Standard 6. So check it out, you're in Standard 5, you're so excited about going to Standard 6. You arrive there on your first day, all like amped to be there, until you meet the first team rugby players. They're huge. You stare up at them, colossus. They herd you into the hall, where they tell you in no uncertain terms, you're lower than toe jam. You have no rights here, but a whole lot of responsibilities. They also tell you that within 2 days, you need to know the school anthem, the school prayer, and the school war cry. If you do not know them, you will be used as the tackle bags in rugby practice. They then assign you your masters. You see, we just mere skivvies. My master happened to be Alexius Yernaris, the only Greek in Clarkstorp who spoke with the Afrikaans accent, and yes, his dad did own the corner cafe. Talk about a chip on his shoulder, which he took out on me. As a skivvy, on a day-to-day basis, you had to clean shoes, wash uniforms, make lunch, carry their bags around, and do homework. I mean, seriously, I'm struggling with Standard 6 maths and they expected me to do my trigonometry. And should you rebel, oh boy, the punishments were fast and severe. Yonaris' top 3 punishments were cleaning the matric toilets, the bog wash. I mean, seriously, have you done that before? And the worst one of all was a 5-cent coin, your nose, and a quad of 80 meters. Your starting point was here, your ending point was there. Have you tried to push a 5-cent coin across an asphalt with your nose? It's painful. So anyway, after doing this for about the 4th time in 1 week, I realized that enough was enough. I was going to make a stand. That evening, I called the gang together. And we sat there and we considered our options. We decided we'd call ourselves YAM, Youth Against Masters. Cool, we had an acronym. Now what? Majabu says, hey guys, why don't you toy? What? Toy, man. If we got a problem, we start dancing, they give us stuff. Sometimes they shoot rubber bullets at us, but it works. And we're like, okay, how do you toy? He says, well, what you need to do is you get really angry and you channel that anger. It comes in you, but you don't let it go out. You keep it, and it gets to your legs, and then you start dancing. And you're like, so cool, when you had a toy. The next day we arrived early at school with our placards ready, and we were about to toy. We stood outside Milne High. We managed about 25 seconds before being frog-marched into the principal's office. The principal was livid. Punishment was garden duty. Garden duty was a bright orange overall and to weed the entire cricket pitch. Have you seen a cricket pitch? It's like you weed one area, and before you know it, the weeds are growing back there. So while I was busy doing this, humiliated to the T with all our peers laughing at us, I realized that my problem was I was trying to beat the system as opposed to the source. And I thought about this carefully. Alexius was the source of my pain. Alexius had a birthday in 3 days. This was fantastic news for me. I had a great idea. I would bake him a cake. So I went home and I baked him this cake, which was a bit of a poison chalice. You see, it was a double fudge chocolate cake with my secret ingredient, Brooklax, a chocolate-flavored laxative. I had a moment of consciousness as I put this into the oven, but when I took it out, it looked so beautiful. I was excited. I rushed to school the next day and handed the cake to Alexius. I could see the greed well up in his eyes. He looked at this beautiful cake. Then I could see suspicion cloud those eyes. He looked at the cake, he looked at me, and he said, "Is this cake all right?" And I said to him, hey, of course it's all right. Because if it's not all right, I'm going to smack you till your eyes dream game over. Got it? I had a moment there where I wavered. Should I give it to him or should I not? But I gave it to him. And I watched in absolute glee as him and 7 of his henchmen devoured this cake. The next day I arrived to school. Alexis wasn't there, and neither were his henchmen. Apparently they were on toilet somewhere with severe stomach cramps. It was fantastic. Revenge has never felt sweeter. And you know what the great news is, guys? In a couple of years' time, I will be the master. Unfortunately, back in the present, the education system, or education department, decided that school initiation would be banned on the day we arrived at matric. I had never had my skivvy. Mr. Competition Chair, where are you? Thank you very much.